Hello friends, welcome to CEC Gurukul Live Lectures. Dear friends, this is a session on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan. Dear friends, we believe that we always give you sessions which helps you in enhancing skills. In previous sessions, we have discussed in detail about various career options, but today there is something different for you. If you have learnt about Mahabharata, you might have seen Mahabharata, but have you ever thought that Mahabharata has great teaching lessons? Each character has something great to give you. If not, then we would like to tell you all that whatever you are going to do in your lives, this session will definitely help you out in building a the better future for yourself. Friends, we would be discussing on the management lessons from the various characters from Mahabharata, whether it's the hero story or about the villains. Different characters has something to say. And for this discussion, we have with us in our studios Shri Debashish Satapathy. Dear friends, he is Chief General Manager HR NBCC. I would like to tell you all that he has addressed number of executives, more than 5,000 executives who are benefited through his lessons because he believes in giving the best. He has made easy for everyone how Mahabharata could be incorporated in our day-to-day lives, in our professional lives. He himself is pursuing his PhD, and we believe that he is the appropriate person who will show you the right way. So let's welcome our guest, Shri Debashish Satapathy. Hello sir, welcome to the session.
Thank you.
And as we have already told to our students that this session is going to be one of the best learning lessons for them, and you have been meeting lots of executives, students, youth, and who are benefited through you. Through this session of ours, we would learn from you how Mahabharata could play an important role, a management role, a professional role in somebody's life. So please let us know in detail how each character contributes today in our society and how each character can play a pivotal role.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. Mahabharata is a timeless, ageless reservoir of knowledge and wisdom. And you talk of any management concepts, starting from planning to organizing to strategizing to motivating to delegating to reverse mentoring to 360-degree feedback to you talk of prevention of sexual harassment, any management concept you talk of, that's there in Mahabharata. More and more you study and you see Mahabharata, then you find more and more lessons which are hidden inside. And I must say today's youth, they should get inspired from all the characters of Mahabharata, and lots of learning is there for all of them. If you talk of all the central characters of Mahabharata, then let's start with characters like Arjuna. We need to learn the power of focus, for power of target orientation, that you can learn from him. Coming to Krishna, you can learn a lot about strategic thinking. Coming to Karna, the two most important competencies which is essential for youth to learn is resilience and perseverance. Right? These are the two important characters to learn. Coming to Yudhishthira, the empathetic leadership quality, which is an important competency of a leader, that you need to learn from him. Then from Dronacharya is known for talent development in the organization. We need to learn how he is developing all the students in his ashram. Then so far as Draupadi is concerned, some of the important competencies to learn from her is adaptability and resilient. These are two important things. Then coming to Duryodhana, one important quality which you need to learn from him is proactiveness. That's another important competency of leaders as well as youth need to learn from them. And from Sakuni, which is a negative character in Mahabharata, you can also learn from him critical thinking. That's an important competency to learn. Then Vidur, who was the advisor to Dhritarashtra, an important competency to learn from him is assertiveness. So we can see through an animation all the characters and the learning which we need to have so far as the competence is concerned from all these characters. These are the characters of Mahabharata and the competencies to learn. Mahabharata, an ancient Indian epic, serves as a reservoir of timeless wisdom, offering invaluable lessons for modern management professionals. In these lessons, we explore into the characters of this epic, highlighting the competencies they personify and the insights they provide for contemporary leadership. From Bhisma's persistence to Krishna's strategic expertise, each character represents a unique competency essential for effective management. Yudhishthira's integrity, Arjuna's decisiveness, and Duryodhana's ambition offer actionable insights into leadership, decision-making, and team dynamics. Here are the competencies embedded within its characters, offering valuable guidance for success in the dynamic dominion of modern management. Krishna. Distinctive competencies of Krishna's were open-mindedness, result orientation, proactive, strive for excellence, problem solving, decision making, strategic thinking, ambiguity management, innovative thinking, effective communication, networking, effective presentation, negotiation, influencing skill, self-confidence, optimism, accountability, resilience, perseverance, critical thinking, planning and organizing, active listening, establishing trust, empathy, and conflict management. Arjuna. Distinctive competencies of Arjuna's were dedication and commitment, establishing trust, adaptability, self-confidence, optimism, loyalty, accountability, resilience, perseverance, open-mindedness, result orientation, proactive, strive for excellence, influencing skill, self-confidence, optimism. Yudhishthira. Distinctive competencies of Yudhishthira were adaptability, discipline, self-confidence, optimism, loyalty, accountability, resilience, perseverance, integrity, critical thinking, planning and organizing, active listening, establishing trust, empathy, and conflict management. Dronacharya. Distinctive competencies of Dronacharya were discipline, self-confidence, quality focus, result orientation, perseverance, strive for excellence, problem solving, and developing people. Distinctive competencies of Bhisma were open-mindedness, result orientation, proactive, strive for excellence, problem solving, decision making, ambiguity management, effective communication, influencing skill, attention to detail, accountability, resilience, perseverance, critical thinking, planning and organizing, establishing trust, empathy, and conflict management. Karna. Distinctive competencies of Karna were dedication and commitment, establishing trust, adaptability, self-confidence, optimism, loyalty, accountability, resilience, and perseverance. Bidur. Distinctive competencies of Bidur were open-mindedness, result orientation, proactive, problem solving, decision making, ambiguity management, innovative thinking, effective communication, influencing skill, optimism, resilience, perseverance, critical thinking, active listening, establishing trust, empathy, and conflict management. Draupadi. Distinctive competencies of Draupadi were adaptability, discipline, self-confidence, optimism, loyalty, accountability, resilience, perseverance, integrity, and critical thinking. Duryodhana. Distinctive competencies of Duryodhana were effective communication, presentation and motivation, result orientation, proactive, strive for excellence, problem solving, decision making, negotiation, influencing skill, self-confidence, optimism, accountability, impulsive, resilience, perseverance, critical thinking, planning and organizing, conflict management, opportunities, proactive, teamwork, and the art of delegation. Sakuni. Distinctive competencies of Sakuni were strategic and critical thinking, result orientation, ambitious, proactive, decision making, attention to details, effective communication, networking, negotiation and influencing skill, self-confidence, optimism, resilience, perseverance, critical thinking, planning and organizing, ambiguity management, conflict management, opportunist, proactive, and stress management. Dhritarashtra. Distinctive competencies of Dhritarashtra were critical thinking, active listening, delegation, empathy, self-obsession, resilience, perseverance, opportunist, and impulsive. The Mahabharata character offer vital lessons for today's managers. From Bhisma's determination to Krishna's cleverness, each embodies qualities crucial for leadership and teamwork. By embracing integrity, resilience, and ethical leadership, professionals can navigate modern challenges with confidence. Like Arjuna's bravery on the battlefield, Managers can confront obstacles with courage and clarity. Let's carry these timeless teachings forward, integrating them into our leadership styles to excel in today's dynamic business world. The Mahabharata's wisdom continues to guide us on the path to effective management.
So you have coined so many terms which generally students learn during their management courses, and these are the terms which we often use during our professional lives also.
Yes.
So how each character personifies different terms used by you, and please explain about the different characters and their competencies.
Okay. You see, though we can learn several competencies from Karna, if you start understanding how Karna was born and how he died, then he has undergone a series of challenges and trauma. So we can learn a lot from him, but among all these competencies which I have mentioned here in this animation, resilience and perseverance is very, very important to learn for the today's youth. Let me explain to you what has happened to Karna in his entire life. When Karna was born, his mother Kunti washed him away in the river. Then he was picked up by Adhiratha, who was a charioteer, and Karna was the son of sun god, and his mother was Kunti, who was from a elite family, but he was brought up by Adhiratha, who was a charioteer. Then he wanted to learn the art of archery. He went to Dronacharya. Dronacharya refused him. He said, "You are a non-Kshatriya. I will not teach you." The trauma of Karna did not end here. Then subsequently, when Karna was a very good archer and he wanted to be a very good archer, he went to Parshurama to learn the archery skill. Parshurama also initially was refusing him, but when he said he lied to him that I am a Brahmin, then he was permitted. But after learning everything from Parshurama, then when Parshurama came to know that he is not a Kshatriya, then he cursed him, that the learning which you have got from me, when you will be needing the most, you will forget that, and it's not going to give you any help. The trauma of Karna did not end here. Karna was a big archer, and then when he was a big archer, it came to the knowledge of Indradeva, who was the father of Arjuna. And Indradeva felt that there is one more character who is going to challenge my son Arjuna. Then he came in disguise of a Brahmin, and he was knowing Karna is a big philanthropist. Oh, whatever he says, if anyone is going to ask him anything, then he is going to give. Then he came in disguise of a Brahmin and he said, "Give me your kavach and kundal," which was given by his father sun god. Then he had no alternative but to give it to Indradeva, because he had committed that he is going to give kavach and kundal, which was a part of his body. With lots of difficulty he could remove. The trauma of Karna did not end here. When the learning, the training of the Kauravas and Pandavas was over in the jungle and under the coaching and mentoring of Dronacharya, then there was a friendly display of their skill sets, and at the end Arjuna was declared as the biggest archer of this earth. Then Karna entered in there, and he said, "How can I declare him as the biggest archer? You please give me the opportunity also to display my archery skill." Then he was asked the question, "Who are you? What is your background? What kind of credentials you have?" And he could not tell anything. So that was really a tough time for him to face. And his mother Kunti was also present there. She also did not recognize his son in public. Though she was knowing that Karna is my son standing here, but she did not come forward to present before everybody that he is my son. Give him the opportunity to showcase his archery skill. So the trauma of Karna did not end here. Then there was a Swayamvar of Draupadi, and all the kings from different parts of the country had come to participate in the Swayamvara. And in the Swayamvara, he was about to complete the assignment which was given to him to win the Swayamvara and to marry Draupadi. But Draupadi refused to marry him because he said, "You are not a Kshatriya." Just imagine what kind of trauma he has undergone. Then the next is that when the war started, Mahabharata war, then Bhishma Pitama, who was the army chief, he did not permit Karna to participate in the war. Just imagine, if you are such a big warrior, but he was not permitted, then what kind of trauma you will undergo, what kind of toughness you will undergo. And at the end, when Karna was fighting his last battle and his chariot entered inside a mud, he requested to Arjuna, "Give me a little time, I will take out my chariot from the mud." But that point of time, Arjuna was communicated by Krishna that when he killed your son Abhimanyu, that point of time he has already broken the rule of the war. So now you can also break the rule of the war. Then he was killed. So what I'm trying to communicate to the youth of today is that just imagine what kind of trauma, what kind of hardships he has undergone. And finally, we are still remembering him as one of the biggest warrior and the biggest charioteer also. So you all the students, those who are listening to me, if you also follow these principles of resilience and perseverance, you will also win over and you will get success.
So these days, this word resilience is often counted and it's often termed. If we talk about this particular term in detail, what is it? Because the normal people are still unaware. They are hearing resilience. But if you would like to quote resilience, what actually it is?
Resilience means despite all the hardships, despite all the trouble, still you will not give up. You will get off and start moving. Let's learn from a small kid. When a kid is of 10 months old or 1 year old, he or she tries to walk. Then he or she falls down. But have you ever seen any child after falling down, he or she is on the floor? She or he gets up and again try to move. And one day he or she moves so fast that his mother or her mother is not able to catch him or her. So this is again an example of resilience and perseverance. The child again and again tries how to one day run like a sprint, what do you call the sportsman and all this. So madam, coming to the next character which you need to learn from, and today's youth particularly, is Krishna. Krishna was a big strategist. And let me share with you the incident which has happened. When the war was in full swing, Bhishma was doing lots of casualties for Pandavas. And he was killing mercilessly many warriors and this. Then they felt, then Pandavas, they had a discussion and they felt that if we are not going to stop Bhishma Pitamaha, then probably he will finish the war in the next 2 days. And they will be losing the war. Then Krishna came forward and he was a big strategist. He asked Yudhishthira and Arjuna that you go to Bhishma Pitama in the evening and ask him the blessings which he has given, that is Bija Bhava, you have come to return to him. Because before the war, he had blessed you to win the war, that is Bija Bhava. You go and return. Then said, why to return? Then you go and return. Then they went to Bhishma Pitama. Then Bhishma Pitama said, why you are returning these blessings which I have given you? Now, since you are standing between the victory and we people, right? Because you are creating so many casualties, we would like to give you back to you. Because as long as you are there, we cannot win over the war. Then he said, anything which I have given you, I cannot really take it back. But I can tell you how you can remove me from the battlefield. Then he said, if a Nari would come in front of me, a woman would come in front of me, then I will renounce all my arms and ammunition. They said, how a lady would come in front of you? Because this is against the code of the war. Then he said, who has sent you? Now, Krishna has sent us. Now you go and ask him. Then they went to Krishna. Krishna said, yes, he is correct. We have a warrior who in his last birth, he was Amba. And he was insulted by Bhishma Pitamaha, and she has vowed that she will be taking birth after birth and birth after birth, but she will be the reason for Bhishma Pitamaha's death. So if Sikhandi would be in front of Bhishma Pitamaha, then Bhishma Pitamaha will look towards him as her, that is Amba's new incarnation, and he will definitely renounce all his arms and ammunition. And that's exactly happened. They executed with lots of precision, and in the process they could eliminate Bhishma Pitamaha from the battlefield. So that's a beautiful example of strategic thinking, and all the students will learn from Krishna how strategic he was.
He has in fact planned the entire thing,
Yes.
and helped Arjun to execute the entire strategy.
Yes. And let's move to another character of Mahabharata, Yudhishthira. We need to learn from Yudhishthira the empathy, how to be caring towards the people. In Mahabharata war, when Dronacharya was about to arrest him next day, because Duryodhana proposed to him that if you can arrest Yudhishthira, he is the king, then once a king is being arrested, the entire kingdom comes under them. So that was the planning, and it was communicated, it was known to his brothers. So in the next war, all his brothers, including Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, they surrounded him in the battlefield just to ensure that he is not being arrested by Dronacharya. Then when he was surrounded, then all the soldiers were mercilessly killed, because they are not getting any protection from Bhima or Arjuna. Then Yudhishthira asked them that why you are standing next to me, why are protecting me? Now we have been instructed by Drishtadimna, our army chief, to protect you. No. These soldiers are fighting for us, and we are fighting for our rights. So it is the responsibility of us to take care of them. The responsibility of a Raja is to take care of the Praja. So if I am not taking up my Praja and they are mercilessly getting killed, that is against the rule. That is against the principles of a king. So I am instructing you people, go and protect them. So you need to learn the competency of empathy from Yudhishthira, and all the leaders, those who are listening to me, should also develop this particular competency so that you will also be acceptable in the organization. And all the students, those who are listening to me, should also strive. Once you become a leader, you should also demonstrate empathy towards your people.
Very true. And each character says something, and
Yes.
each character has something good to give you, good in the sense, some lesson to give you, and whether it's be the hero or the villains in Mahabharata, as explained by you. So if you talk about the other characters, what is your say on them?
Okay. Let's learn from Duryodhana. Many people say it's a negative character. What to learn from Duryodhana? But Duryodhana, we need to learn a particular competency of proactiveness. He's very, very proactive in his thought process. I'll just give you one example. When Pandavas were in Ajnatavasa in the Virata kingdom, then the brother-in-law of the king, that is Kichak, had come, and he had a bad intention towards Draupadi. And Draupadi informed this to Bhim, and Bhim mercilessly killed Kichak in the kingdom. Then this message went to Duryodhan. Duryodhan felt ki who is there in this earth who can kill Kichak? Kichak is such a big warrior. Then they narrowed down to one character, that is Bhim. That they found that there are 5 people who are competent to kill Kichak, and among them Bhim is there, and other 4 characters are sitting next to him. Then he felt, if all of us are here and we have not killed him, then Kichak is killed, then surely the Pandavas must be there in disguise, and Bhim must be available also there. Then he felt that now the Ajnatavasa is continuing. Now this is the right time to attack them. If you attack them, all the 5 brothers will surface. They will come out, and once they will surface, then you will say that you could not hide yourself for 1 year completely. Now since you will surface, they will go for another 10 years of Ajnatavasa. Of course, that did not happen, because as per the calculation, mathematical calculation by their advisor, they found that by the time they surfaced, already 1 year was completed. But one competency we need to learn from Duryodhana is the proactiveness. Instead of reacting to the situation, he proactively attack them just to ensure that they will come out and surface. So that's an important competency we need to learn from him.
One after the another, you are making us all eligible to be into the job market, because the students or the youth who might be watching us and who might be wondering how difficult it is to work in an environment, you are giving them a learning lesson. No, nothing is difficult. The place is the battlefield and you have to win the battlefield. So what are the other characters?
One more character, madam, is a lady character, that is Draupadi. We need to learn a lot, whether you are a male or you are a female, you need to learn a lot from Draupadi. Draupadi is a character full of resilience and adapting. Just imagine, she got married to Arjuna. Arjuna in the Swayamvara could win over her. And when she reached at home, she was communicated that you don't have only one husband, you have 5 husbands. Just imagine what a shock to her, but she adapted to that environment. Then she was expecting that I will be a queen in the kingdom, but in the Draupadi Vastraharan and that particular game of dice, she was lost also to the Kauravas, and they had to go for 10 years of Banvas. Just imagine, a daughter of a king and wife of a king also is spending 10 years in the jungle. What kind of adaptability and resilience you need to understand. Then that 1 year of Ajnatabasa, when they were in Virat kingdom, she was the servant of the queen. Just imagine, you are a queen, next day you have become the servant of a queen, and you need to do whatever a servant does for a queen. Just see the adaptability she was undergoing, and the biggest trauma she has undergone when in the game of dice, her husband Yudhishthira beated her in the game of dice, and they lost also to her. So if you see from the beginning to the end of the Draupadi's character, probably we need to learn, all the girls, all the boys, those who are listening to me, including me, we need to learn that how resilient and adaptive she was in her approach in adjusting with the life. That we need to learn.
And she was the one who had made entire Mahabharata a saga to be learnt from ages to ages and ages.
Yeah.
So this is what we need to learn from our mythological text, we would say, and they always give us the learning lessons.
Yes. One more character which is in Mahabharata is Bhishma Pitamaha. We need to learn the decisiveness, decision making. When the war started, Bhishma directed to Karna that you cannot participate in the war. You will be confined in the war room. Drona was almost like a BTech from IIT Delhi and MTech, MBA from IIM Ahmedabad, and he was a PhD from maybe Harvard University, but he was not permitted. When Yudhishthira, when Duryodhana went and with a request to Bhishma Pitamaha, please permit him to participate in the war. Do you know what Bhishma Pitamaha said? Any man who doesn't know how to respect women has no right to fight under my flag. As long as I am the army chief, I will not permit to Karna to participate in the war, and he will be confined to the war room. So we need to learn the decisiveness, that is the decision-making quality from Bhishma Pitamaha. Wonderful learning from him.
Wonderful. This is what we search in our workplaces, where we believe to have better working conditions for the women. All those women or girls who are, whether they be in any field, but they always expect for the safe environment and the people to take stand for them. So this is one of the best examples, I would say.
Yes. So one more character in Mahabharata is Arjuna. We need to learn from Arjuna the result orientation. Everybody should learn from Arjuna the result orientation. And when Arjuna's son Abhimanyu was mercilessly killed in the war, then his last rite was happening. And when the last rite was happening, all the warriors were coming one by one, and they are offering flowers to his dead body. And so when Jayadrath came, Arjuna with a thundering voice, he said, "No, you cannot touch to my son's dead body. It will be an insult for him." because he is such a big warrior, and you are responsible for my son's death yesterday when the war was happening. Then he declared there that tomorrow, Jayadratha, you will not see the sunset. If you see the sunset, I will do self-immolation. And next day, in the war, exactly that happened. Krishna helped in covering the sun for a little time, and they all felt that it is already evening and sun has already set, and the protection they were giving to Jayadratha also was relaxed. And that point of time, Krishna took out his Sudarshan Chakra, and again the sun sign was there. Then they felt that it is not yet sunset. Then Arjuna was waiting for this particular opportunity, and he killed Jayadratha there itself. So we need to learn a lot from him about result orientation, that is from Arjuna.
Very true. So each character, whether it be hero or the villain, has given us a competency to be learnt. If we wish to excel, if we wish to grow, if we wish to survive in the market, the job market, and if we wish to touch the sky, because everybody wants to excel in life.
Yes.
So, sir, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful session where we have learnt a lot through you, and how Mahabharata could be a learning lesson to each one of us is proved today. So, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful session. Dear friends, we believe that you might have gathered lots of information, lots of knowledge. Keep watching us, and yes, keep writing us. Thank you.